We're in the 5th one right now. Called Sinkbait. Ooh. Okay, we got some SCPs being mentioned here. Look at that. This looks pretty cool. Safe. SCP-2074 is not dangerous. Well, that's done. We're done. Information or expedition to SCP-2074 by the public should be monitored and diverted if necessary. Sorry, I need to start saying more like special containment procedures for everybody who only like has my video on the background. Special containment procedures is not dangerous, blah 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 blah. Currently, the Foundation believes that at least one person or group is aware of or may be monitoring or controlling the anomalous features of SCP-2074. Attempts are underway to identify this party. Description: SCP-2074 is a hydrothermal black smoker vent located in the Southern Explorer Ridge seismographic area west of Vancouver Island in the Pacific Ocean. It is located at the depth of 1,770 meters in the bathypelagic zone. And here we have a pretty cool picture, honestly. I assume that's like almost like smoke coming out of the water. Yeah, because it's a hypothermal black smoker, so it's just. But what does it do? Huh? The anomaly was identified from a buoy probe array operated by the United States National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration for the purpose of monitoring acoustic activity from nearby vents, which had a positive result in the Morisato Vox Signal Test (MVST) program. Big ass footnote. An investigative program which has been running on over 80,000 incoming data streams from both Foundation and civilian natural monitoring stations around the globe for the past 8 years. The MVST becomes positive for a particular data stream when it detects pattern-based rather than random variation that is either complex and repetitive and not corresponding to a known phenomenon or natural cycle, or displaying levels of information entropy close to that found in natural language. C. Vox C. Morisato H. Voices in a Noisy World interpreting MVST results detection and SCP Foundation Journal 2006. The Foundation isolated the anomalous signal sources as SCP-2074. An extended effort on the part of Dr. concluded that certain modulations in activity, output of minerals, and superheated water correspond to syllables in 4 languages. During active periods, the message is repeated for 16 hours in English, Spanish, Nucha-Nult, indigenous language from the Nucha-Nult people of Western Vancouver Island, and Dididat, indigenous language from the Dididat people of southwestern Vancouver Island, with Russian loanwords. Listen, I'm down. I'm really much down. But let's see what else it does. Attached to the ocean floor 4.6 meters from SCP-2074 is a heavily corroded but functional electronic device measuring 30 times 30 times 10 centimeter. The device has no obvious controls, inputs or outputs aside from an illuminated 7-segment display panel. The device is unlabeled and its purpose, origin, and manufacturers are unknown, as well as its connection to or interactions with SCP-2074. Classification as an anomalous object has been postponed pending further data. Addendum A, we have the 12/6/2010. The first positively identified signal is translated as follows. Undeniable proof of the hypothermal origins of life. This appears to be a reference to the abiogenetic theory of the origins of life on Earth from undersea hydrothermal events. A remotely operated exploration vessel, ROEF, is sent to SCP-2074 to investigate and finds no evidence of unusual activities or features. Several samples from the nearby area are collected and determined to be unusual. 1st 29th 2010. A second period of anomalous activity begins and is translated as follows. Evidence that aliens visited Earth thousands of years ago. A second ROV is employed and takes several observations including video from SCP-2074 and 0.5 kilometers of the surrounding area. Nothing aside from the vent activity has markedly changed from the last exploration. The message itself, given the established knowledge of SCP-2005, which was, I know we read that this like very recent, but still. Which was the the aliens that thought like they were sending like the correct futuristic materials back, even though all of it was based on like 60s movie of the future. SB-471 and SB-163 was observed not to be highly insightful. During this expedition, the electronic device is also observed for the first time due to the ROEVS alternate angle of approach. At this time, the illuminated display panel reads 00002. 2nd 7th 2010, a third ROEV is deployed to the area during an active period. This thing is squeaking. This chair. One of the changes other than the vent activity is that the display panel now reads 00003. Further translated signals from SB-2074 include the following: possible undersea wormhole to Europa, wreckage of the ghost ship Celeste by PELAGI-COLA. Just like a random commercial from this like underwater smoke. Adorable baby Bombay worms. Bacteria containing enzyme pathway that contradicts the laws of physics. Hole that goes straight to the planet's core. Insanely deep hole filled with molten rock. This thing has a hole fetish. By PELAGI-COLA again. 9th, 13th, 2010. A fourth REOV deployed to investigate SB-2074 in a nearby area during an active period. While the surrounding area is unchanged, the aforementioned display panel now reads 00005 and appears to have been cleared of barnacles and debris. All further expedition to SB-2074 have been postponed. Okay. Very simple, very simple. It's just, you know, underwater smoke in around Canada that speaks 4 languages, maybe potentially 5. And it seems to have like, so it's called Sinkbait, which I assume it's basically because it's bait. But I assume it's supposed to like lure people in and be like, oh, we got, hey man, maybe. Yeah. Very simple, but I do enjoy it. Sometimes you just enjoy the simple ones. It's not raining right now, is it? It's supposed to be raining. Yeah, okay, phone, okay. Let me put on mute. There we go. Yeah, no. It's supposed to, yeah, it's saying that it's raining right now. Let me check.